It's exciting to see these were the goals we set at the beginning, and now at the end, we notice that we're saying here, we're allowing time for reflection on this learning process of setting your professional goals. The goal is for you to feel as comfortable as possible so that you can share what was this learning journey for you. Great.
Oh, sure. Thank you, Dr. Shannon. And once again, I would like to begin by thanking Dr. Shannon and the whole team for working with us over the last 8 to 9 months. I think it's been a journey of immense learning for us.
There were continuous discussions and follow-up conversation with our coaches that helped us to delve deep into the understanding of ATL so that we were able to support our team's understanding.
Yes, every year we do set goals. We do set SMART goals, but to what extent we are able to execute and implement it. More than that, I think creating that energy and buzz was something which I think personally I had not experimented with. And these coaching sessions, conversations with Shannon, I think helped me to stay connected with my goals. I have personally experienced the benefit of coaching sessions, and I was suggesting to Jennifer also, I think we should extend this to those, at least a few more teachers or team members in our departments.
Yeah, to add to the second goal, like how Anthony said, it is very personal. And even though my second goal was on about communication skills and articulating well during a presentation or any other big discussions, it aligned with the first goal very well. And also the focus was on students and teachers. The strategies which we set for the first goal itself was a kind of aligning to the second goal for me. And the conversations with Rebecca always was a learning journey, and it continues. It's an ongoing process. In each conversation, Rebecca mentioned that the team, which is always together, with the strong purpose, will always have a focus on student achievement. So that is what drives. The student achievement is what we are focusing, and that is where we are today.
A coach almost equals a critical friend that just, you can bounce ideas off of, or you can talk through similar problems that you have on opposite sides of the globe. And this was really the most enriching thing that I received out of this relationship, that we realized how much we have in common and how much our cultures have in common. So thank you, Sandhya and Chitra, wherever you are here, for being my critical friend.
Specifically for my sessions with Robin, I always used to look forward to the sessions with a lot of enthusiasm, and our discussions were more like, I was telling Robin just in my previous session, for me, this coaching felt like, in the therapy world, we have a metaphor. It's like looking at the car through the rear view mirror. So you know how far you have come, but you also can't lose track of where you're going. So this coaching sessions were exactly like that. Like the pace of it, the conversations and everything, it was fantastic, because we not only got to pause and reflect on what has happened so far and where we can go, but also, like both, I think Anthony and Rashmi mentioned it, it was a space where we were seen and heard. And I think that's a basic human nature, to have a space where the other person understands you in a way, in an objective way, can support you, help you work through the problems. So for me, I think it was very therapeutic, I would say.
Because this is my first year as a coordinator, and in this, and I feel this whole opportunity has come in just the right time, when I just needed, a person right next to me who could reach out to, and who kind of took me through my whole year. Ines just took me through the whole year hand in hand. So it was wonderful. So I felt the coaching sessions were very relevant because they were driven around my requirements. So, I would come in and just start off with Ines and say, okay, these are the things that are happening, and that's it. Our session would just be around what my need at that moment, so that's why it was very relevant. Reading books together, I feel, was the highlight, which automatically made conversations very meaningful. Just like Robin and Aarti, we also read Think Again together.
So liberation is the first feeling that I had through this coaching session. And the second was that she gave me a sense of direction. As a new leader, I really didn't know where to start from. And she made me think, on and all our sessions, like how Chitra said, it was more oriented towards my needs, what I really wanted, the challenges that I was facing.
From that, I learned that as a leader, you need not have to be knowing everything. You can also provide opportunity for someone else to guide and still be as great and as wonderful as you are. Thank you so much for everything that you have taught me throughout this journey.
The discussions with her, I have realized that it has made me a better thinker, first of all. And it has also made me discover myself. Every time I've had a discussion with her, we talk about, anything. I realize that probably many a times I underestimate myself, and she has, kind of helped me identify my own skills, strength, and of course, areas of improvement. And she, in a positive way, she reinforces and builds in that confidence. So it was more of discovering myself, as well as understanding how to look at the system, how to be more positive, optimistic in resolving any of the issues, or basically identifying the root cause of the issue.
You're a very humble leader. You're a very deep thinker, a great problem solver. And I truly believe that the best leaders that we have are those who develop the professional learning in others and develop their leadership capacity. And you're doing that because several of you have mentioned distributive leadership. And that's what I believed in too. My school was a distributive leadership school because I couldn't do it all by myself as the principal. It would be crazy to think that you can. So by building that leadership capacity of others, and all of you that are in a leadership role, that's your goal also, is to build that capacity among those that are with you.
The main area of focus was student-centered, right? It was to create that environment for them to be always ready to be learning further. That was an experience. Also bringing up some of by exchanging our experiences, by exchanging our practices we shared, it definitely.
Wow, so I just feel proud and inspired, taking notes of so many different concepts that have come up in the learning. And I think of Andre Schleicher, who describes the school of the future being a learning lab where the teachers and leaders and students are all just immersed in learning together. And I love that idea of a buzz. And I think that is what schools should be.
Yes, so I would just like to share actually our goal as senior leadership this year. And our goal was actually to be able to encourage all of you in your roles as mid leadership and to be able to see how we further your growth and development. And going back to our vision and mission of learn, reflect, discover, evolve, it was refreshing to hear even Revati say that she had evolved and to hear all these conversations today. So I'm really glad that you guys were able to have this experience, and a huge thank you to Shannon, to the entire team, that we could make this unique experience happen.
Personally speaking, I see a tremendous change in the way our leaders are today, and the moment when they started off this journey with you and your team, Dr. Shannon. And I'm very proud of them because they have come up with some brilliant ideas. It's a good learning for me also, and a revision of the concepts as a pedagogical leader for me as well, like when they talk about liberation, when they talk about sense of purpose, sense of direction, pause, reflect, all these things are very important, because we do get carried away in our day-to-day routine, and we seldom pause to reflect on what we stand for. And here I see is the moment when everybody, all of us, our leaders, have actually paused and reflected and also sought guidance from their coaches.
It's so beautiful to hear your voice and your appreciation of really this wonderful journey. You know, I really believe in the power of authentic discussion. And authentic discussion begins with this vulnerability. And just as you said, every time we as a leader enter a discussion without all the answers, just to listen and be present with each other and problem solve together, I really think there's great learning that can happen. And it's inspiring, right? Every time you create a relationship where that vulnerability, where you feel safe and you feel like you can share and you can feel the imperfections and you can share your struggles and also be inspired by creating ideas together. So a huge collaboration. I am so deeply proud. I do believe that this model could make a huge difference in the world. I'm touched and proud by the growth that I see in each of you and hear in each of you. And it's just been a privilege.